Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. So, dear friends and fellows, whatever we are trying to do, whatever we want to become, whatever wherever we want to reach, and of course, whatever we want to achieve, all of that is meant for the one reason, and that one reason is the happiness. So, dear friends and fellows, look, if at all we want to live in a grand house, if at all we want to ride the luxurious cars, if at all we want to wear the expensive dresses, and if at all we want to eat the delicious food, all of these things are meant for one reason, for one purpose, and that one reason and purpose is that we want to become a happy person. So, my dear friends and fellows, in many of the cases, the people fail to achieve all what they want to achieve, but yet in many other cases, the trouble is that the people achieve all that, or some of these, yet they fail to become a happy person. So, my dear friends and fellows, we must understand, we must be cognizant of that one thing which is the prime objective, and that prime objective is that we need to become a happy person. This happiness is much more important than any other thing. So, my dear friends and fellows, let's try to take a direct approach toward the happiness as well, as this thing is quite possible, because the science, the psychological science, like all other sciences, have done a great amount of research on the subject, that how can we become a happy person, how can we live as a happy person, because momentary happiness, that is not the purpose, and that is not the ultimate aim at all, because it is not going to serve the purpose. Because if at all a person can feel the happiness for a very short span of time, maybe later on they will become even more unhappier. So, to become a happy person on a sustainable basis, I think this is extremely important, that we people become, so, my dear friends and fellows, that we people, take a direct approach toward the happiness. And once we have started studying the subject, we come across several things. So, these several things are, taking us directly toward the happiness, and the happiness too on a sustainable basis. So, what is this, by the way? There are certain things, and there are 12 things in number, which are extremely important in this respect. Now, let's look upon all of those 12 things, as each one of these is even more important than the other. Whatever we look upon, we will come to know that this is indeed extremely important, and we cannot become a happy person. We cannot continue as a happy person without implementing, without practicing these 12 things. Now, let's take all that one by one. First of all, it is sleep enough and sleep well. Sleep enough and sleep well. Yes, indeed, having a right sleep, that is very important, because the sleep, that is the biggest ever restorative and the refresher for a human body, for the human. So, my dear friend, and how to sleep well, I think the finest and the very important thing is that we must be go to the bed at the right time, at on a regular time, and we must wake up at a regular time as well. So, sleep well and sleep well, that is very important. Sleep enough and sleep well. So, that is the second is move more. Move more. I think we need to move more. We need to move more. Why? What is this move more? It is actually moving our body. Moving our body mean it is a physical exercise, either in the form of the walk, the jogging, the running, the gym, the yoga, the aerobics, any type of the exercise you can easily do. If at all it is the walking, which is the most common of all that, I think that we need to walk more, and that is the second thing. Move more, and the third is abandon negativity. Yes, it is the negativity which never allows us to become a happy person. So, what is this negativity, by the way? I think this negativity is, if at all we are seen finding the fault in the other people, concentrating upon the faults of another person. So that is a negativity. If at all we don't mention the positivity in other person, the merits of another person, rather we are concentrating upon the demerits of another person. So this actually mean that we people are, this actually means that we are going in a wrong direction, that we are becoming more and more negative. We don't have to become that much negative at all. So my dear friends and fellows, it is the abandon negativity. And now the fourth is get out in the nature. Yes, we need to get out in the nature for some of the time. For some of the time, obviously, as for the as for the human's interference is concerned, wherever there is little interference of the human, so whatever is natural, quite and absolutely natural, be there for some of the time. So it will be quite refreshing, and it will give us some sort of spiritual nourishment as well. So get out in the nature. So now the fifth is nurture your relationships. Yes, nurturing of our relationships, that is very important. The relationships are very important. I think unless and until we do take care of our relationship, I think it will not be, it is extremely important. We cannot, we are the social animal. We always need people, the people we love, the people we care. So that is very much important. That is, nurture your relationship. And now the sixth is try to be try to be even kinder. Try to be even kinder. I think we need to become a kind-hearted person, because those who are careless, because those who don't take care of other people, I think they are not the good people. To become a happy and a satisfied and a content person, we do need to become a good human being. What is this good human being? The good human being is that we need to become a kind person, kind-hearted person. That is the empathy as well. We can call it the empathy. Develop the empathy, feel the pain of another person, try to put ourselves into the shoes of another person. So that is another thing which is very very important. Now the seventh is prioritize self-care. Prioritize self-care. Self-care is very important. Why is it that much important, by the way? Because nobody can take care of us 24/7. Nobody stays with us for 24/7. It is we ourselves who are with we ourselves 24/7. So for this reason, I think it is extremely important that we cannot outsource it at all. We need to take care of ourselves. And now the eighth is let your purpose let your purpose lead. Let your purpose lead. Very very important indeed. Letting my purpose lead. Because if at all there is no purpose in my life, it means the life is a very bad one. The life is nothing. So I think I should allow my purpose to lead. Allowing my purpose to lead, very very important indeed. There must be a purpose in my life. If at all there is no purpose, it actually means there is nothing. My life is quite dull, and my life is quite purposeless. My life is quite aimless. Just being a material person, I think that is not good at all. So there must be a purpose in the life. Let your purpose lead. Not only that there should be a purpose in the life, rather the purpose should be the top priority in the life as well. So now the next is, that is ninth is develop more discipline. Yes, developing more discipline. I think the more discipline we have, the better it is. What is this discipline? This discipline is actually self discipline. And this self discipline says that develop your own control system. Improve, keep improving your control system. Because the better your control system is, the better your life will automatically become. And if at all our control system is a poor one, if it is just like that a vehicle, a boat or an aeroplane without a proper control system, with a weak or with a outdated or maybe with an obsolete control system, a control system which is very weak of a vehicle and a boat and aeroplane, what is going to happen with that particular boat, aeroplane or the vehicle? In the same manner, I think and I believe that we should become more self disciplined, and that is very very important. The most important thing ever. Now the 10th is dump some baggage. We are carrying baggage. What is this baggage? The baggage is having the grudge against somebody else. We should not be having the grudge against anybody else at all. shouldn't be carrying the grudge against anybody else at all. So why, how can we remove it? By forgiving other people, if at all they have done anything bad with us and we are just keeping a grudge, if at all it is something which should be claimed in the court of law, that is every right of our to go there. Otherwise, just keeping the grudge against anybody else at all, it is not good at all. I think we must stop doing all that, and we should forgive. Not only that we need to forgive, rather we need to seek the forgiveness from other people as well. That is even more important. That is equally important. Seeking forgiveness and forgiving other people, that is very very important indeed. Now the 11th is recognize your blessings. Recognize your blessing. It is the gratitude, being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and looking upon the life as a glass which is half filled, not as a glass which is half empty. And whatever we have been given and gifted with, I think that is extremely important. Take care of it before you lose it, because once we lose it, then only we start thinking how important it was. It was very useful, very beneficial. I think prior to that, we need to do it much, much earlier than that. So, my dear friends and fellows, I think it is very, very important indeed that we should be recognize your blessing, and we need to become a grateful person, grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for whatever important thing we have been given and gifted with by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to make better and optimal benefit and use of it for we ourselves, for our loved ones, and even for the rest of the people. So that is being grateful. Develop some gratitude, recognize your blessing. And the 12th and the last is flee the comfort zone. Fleeing the comfort zone, the comfort zone does not allow us to grow at all. It is the fleeing of comfort zone only which will allow us to develop and to progress much much more. So I think that we should be practicing all of these 12 things, because each and every one of these is very very important indeed. Nothing can be left, and nothing is unimportant, nothing is lesser important. So my dear friends and fellows, now let's start practicing all of these 12 things. I think it is very very important, and it will genuinely and sustainably will make us a happy person. Thank you very much.